Hello, my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lakna for anyone new. In this video, I'm going to talk about the upcoming Vedic full moon, which is happening in Sagittarius in Purvashada Nakshatra on the 30th of June. So we are ending the month with a powerful full moon in such a beautiful and powerful sign. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter and Purvashada is ruled by Venus. So two super powerful benevolent planets, Jupiter and Venus. They don't actually work super harmoniously together with the Vedic teachings, but they respect each other, these two planets, and they understand each other. They just don't work as harmoniously together, which is a lesson in itself, that we need to be able to honor both of the teachings of these two planets and create that harmony within ourselves as well, with the divine wisdom which comes from Jupiter, from our gurus, from spirituality, from religion, from higher learning and wisdom and understanding, versus the wisdom of Venus, which is more about our heart and love and connections and money and luxuries and the finer things in life, what we really love and value. It's not always easy to keep those two in harmony, but it is important to do that, especially with this full moon. So I'm gonna just read some of my notes. Firstly, I just want to say this full moon is following the previous new moon, which we had in Gemini, Mrigashira. So we are balancing out the axis of Gemini versus Sagittarius. They are the two signs on the same axes, just like polar opposites. But they obviously, because they're the same axes, they have a lot of similarities. Both of these two signs are very freedom seeking and very adventurous and wanting to explore and learn more. Gemini is a bit more about intellectual knowledge, whereas Sagittarius is more about higher learning and wisdom and philosophy and spirituality and religion. Gemini is a bit more about short distance travel and the local communities that we are involved with, like our neighbors and our siblings. Sagittarius is more about long distance travel, long-term learning as well, like higher education, and also like foreigners and foreign travel, like people that we meet in other countries. So yeah, it is a theme that can come up moving towards the end of the month, is how we can really broaden our horizons and think outside of the bubble of our local lifestyle and community and just expand our lives more. And the world is literally our oyster. We can do and be and achieve anything. There is nothing limiting us except ourselves, and anything is possible in this day and age, as long as we set like a plan and we have faith and we take the intuitively, divinely aligned actions, we set our intentions, we pray and we connect with the divine, and just really just follow the steps necessary to change and to grow and to transform. And with this full moon, a full moon is always illuminating to us the shadows and bringing to a culmination of what we haven't been able to see or acknowledge for whatever reason. The more shadow themes are brought to light. With this full moon, the biggest theme that I see with Purvashada is to do with the shadows and the themes of the programming that we've picked up through our lifetime that is not aligned with our truth. Purvashada wants to take us back to who we truly are, to remember who we are, which comes from tapping back into the wisdom of our heart and really connecting with our heart and with Venus. And also the fiery passion of Sagittarius. So the element of fire is strong towards the end of this month with this full moon. Fire, which is passion, excitement, the energy of movement and change and action, of nourishment, warmth, fierceness, purification. And then also the wisdom of the heart and Venus that I mentioned. And this is very feminine wisdom, which is wisdom of flow, of balance, of being open and receptive, of allowing, being intuitive, being creative. Yeah, the fire is also about creativity and this like igniting what we are truly passionate about. So we had the previous new moon, which was Gemini Mrigashira, was Mercury and Mars, and this full moon is with Sagittarius Purvashada, which is Jupiter and Venus. So we have, moving from new moon to full moon, the logical, practical, intellectual, knowledge-based, masculine energy of Mercury and Mars, and now moving towards the Jupiter and Venus, which is the wisdom of Jupiter, deep knowing and trust and faith and divine wisdom, intuitive wisdom of the feminine, of the flow of the heart. And what is coming up with this full moon, I believe, is the wisdom of the divine feminine. And I find that this sign is where we have like the powerful warrior women who have created big changes in our world, and matriarchy was a very powerful way to exist, and the world did thrive when we lived through matriarchal systems, and these sorts of themes will come up with this full moon. It may not be on such a worldly level for you, it may be a personal thing, but it is wanting to come up of the power of women and our ability to lead and to guide and to create change and to be the leaders. And yeah, it's so powerful to go by the wisdom of our heart and the earth. The heart chakra is literally like earth. It's green, like we just live on a big heart chakra, really. Like this earth is so heart centered, and this is the wisdom that we are being called to tap back into. I feel that the world has really become very far gone from the ancient wisdom of the earth and the feminine and nature, and themes to do with that will most likely come up on this full moon. Themes to do with ways that we have been suppressed, or like we have really suppressed parts of ourselves, will come up with this sign. Especially is when we can't run away from some suppressed things that are wanting to resurface, especially because it is a full moon. Full moons already bring up what has been suppressed, but this sign of Purvashada is when things will forcefully be expressed. The suppressed will be expressed through us, and we may or may not be conscious of it. We probably won't be conscious of it, because if we've suppressed it and we aren't aware of it, then yeah, we won't be conscious of it, but it will come up, and it will become more noticeable, and we are being called to pay attention to the triggers and to any abnormal ways of expressing ourselves or events taking place, and like how we deal with the triggers and the things coming up right now, and why like, yeah, it's time to like really reflect on why that is. So I've got written down things that need clearing, detoxifying out of our system so that we don't continue on any sort of like storylines of being a victim or a perpetrator to any of our circumstances, but that we are fully in our power and authenticity. And we can be in our power and authenticity from a place of love and balance and flow, while also being balanced with our Venus and our Mars of the ability to take instinctually aligned and authentic actions. You can't suppress anything at all. Like, it does come out of you at some point in time, and these are the patterns that we experience that are uncomfortable or triggering, or just maybe they actually feel safe and familiar, but they're not really supporting us. But these, like, all of these things happening in our external world are a reflection of the things that we have suppressed within us. Like, we can't, if we're not feeling and allowing and accepting all parts of ourselves to feel loved and accepted, anything that we have judged or shamed or criticized or pushed away will resurface in some sort of way through ourselves or through others to mirror back to us something going on internally. And this is going to happen towards this time, so it's just time to reflect on all of that. So what you suppress and push away will keep being reflected back to you in your field until you get the message. And like, life is so complex. There are so many reasons why we don't get the message, and this like video is not obviously not to shame you. It's like, life can be so busy and so many distractions can be in our life, and we can be, a lot of us are disassociated from a lot of the traumas and things that have happened to us. And there's like multiple reasons why we aren't able to get the message. But this month, especially with the Tower, it's wanting to crumble away any false foundations. And I can hear like an ambulance going past right now, which is such a sign as well. It's like there are some really important things to address this month for a lot of us, and it's like an emergency. Like, if we don't do that, we are going to have even more intense of a tower crumbling moment to wake us up. So this is the time to just really pay attention to the signs and to the patterns that are coming up, to the triggers. We are being given a powerful opportunity to clear some karma. It might not even be your own, it could be like an ancestral story that has been replayed in your lineage, that you have the power to shift that for your entire lineage and break that pattern. So yeah, be kind to yourselves in doing this work, because it is so powerful, and not everyone has the space or capability or like emotional capacity to do that. But with Sagittarius being like a fire sign, fire is really powerful in its ability to quickly clear karma and patterns and just like break the cycle. So yeah, it is a powerful time. Sagittarius is also such a like fun sign. It's filled with like this expansive energy of growth and like exploration, travel, adventure, learning new things, trying new things. So yeah, you can reflect on that as well. Like, how can you add more fun and play and adventure and expansion into your life to help you grow and get out of your comfort zone? Um, yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to share for you all about this full moon. I hope that you all have a powerful end to this month with the full moon, and I hope that these crumblings of the false foundations with the tower is all like as easy and smooth and just as loving as possible for you all, and that you can just all surrender to it. I send you all so much love and support as well, and yeah, I'll see you all in my next video for July.